Now let's cross over to Akure, the state capital, where our correspondent Niyi Omoniyi has been monitoring proceedings. Hello Niyi, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Dashin.
All right, Niyi, now the governor of Kogi State, Ododo, has actually announced that polls will be conducted in 13 wards of Okitipupa local government area of the state by noon today, and it's actually 8 minutes past noon. So can you tell us if it has commenced yet?
Well, information reaching us says that it hasn't commenced. We have people who are already standing by the electorate there. Party members, card-carrying party members are already on ground, ready to exercise their franchise. But of course, the same issues that were available yesterday, which has to do with late arrival of the materials, is still what is evident and is playing out today. Hopefully, in minutes or in hours, according to the information we're hearing, so the electoral officers will get to this location, 13 words to be precise, in Okitipupa local government, and they can commence the process. Whichever way it pans out, the collation will begin by 4 p.m. today, as we heard from the secretary, who is the former deputy Senate president, Niyi Omoniyi, and he has mentioned that to the press earlier today, that by 4 p.m. announced collation will start at the dome. So whether it commences or not at the local government or whatever the result is, it will keep trickling in while other collation continues at the dome by 4 p.m. today.
Well, I'm very sure, Niyi, that you'll be bringing us updates in time. But then, what about the allegations of bias leveled against the election committee? You know, particularly the head, that's Governor Usman Ododo. How will it impact the perceived integrity of APC primary process in Ondo State? And what implications do you actually think that this might have for the party's cohesion and public trust?
The truth is, the man we had speak earlier, one of the aspirants, is just one of the, I think, 2 or 3 of other aspirants that have spoken up, either calling for cancellation, postponement, or saying that the election has not been free, fair, and transparent. Now, these are the issues that have been long treading, because from the beginning of the electoral process yesterday, there were already calls for foul plays, some places where they didn't even vote. And we might be looking at so much litigations once this APC primaries is over, because there are allegations and confirmations of various local governments across the state where election didn't even happen. And in the places where it actually did happen, there were pockets of violence here and there, which disrupted the process. So there's still a whole lot around this thing, but of course, we know when we get to the collation center today, the chairman of the committee, who is the current governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, will be able to give us more information as to if there were real-time figures, if there were clashes, if any ward was cancelled because they didn't do the election by polling units, they did it by word. So we're going to get more of that information at the collation center today. But I can assure you of this. Words we're already hearing on ground suggest that there will be so much litigations after these APC primaries. But of course, we know these are internal issues they might sort out by themselves, because they still have other parties to contend with even after the APC primary is done, as they look forward to the November election, main gubernatorial election.
We definitely hope that it doesn't get that far. But then thank you so much, Niyi. We will definitely be reconnecting with you, once the proceedings starts, okay? So do stay safe, and catch up with you later.
For having me, Dashin.